welcome to yet another exciting episode of PokeXplanations. If you are unfamiliar with this show, it's basically where I talk about how the world would be and how our lives would change if Pokemon really existed. But without further ado, I'd like to jump into everything we know about one of my personal favorites of the Pokemon world, the Mite Pokemon from the 5th generation, Joltik. Joltik is a dual-type bug-electric Pokemon standing just 4 inches tall, or 0.1 meters, and weighing in at 1.3 pounds, or 0.6 kilograms. Joltik cling to larger Pokemon, sucking up static electricity and storing it in a small pouch. Some Joltik also suck up electricity from household plug sockets. And now for its Pokédex entries. Black version. Joltik that live in cities have learned a technique for sucking electricity from the outlets in houses. White version. They attach themselves to large-bodied Pokemon and absorb static electricity, which they store in an electric pouch. Black 2 and White 2 version. Since it can't generate its own electricity, it sticks to large-bodied Pokemon and absorbs static electricity. So after hearing all the information there is on Joltik, I really look at it two different ways. The first way being, well, this Pokemon is by nature a parasite. It's a small mite, a tick, a flea if you will, that attaches to electric Pokemon, any type of Pokemon that generates its own electricity, static electricity, anything of that sort, and basically steals it from them. For example, I can see it mainly sticking to Elekkids where it can find them, as they have to rotate their arms to generate their own electricity. Who's to say a group of Joltik couldn't just piggyback off of an Elekid forever? But setting aside the parasitic ways of Joltik for a moment, let's look at the Joltiks that live in inner cities. By nature, we can tell from the 5th generation games, Black, White, Black 2 and White 2, that Joltik traditionally live in large electricity-filled caves, such as Chargestone Cave in the games where they're commonly found, the only place you can actually find them in the game outside the dream world. Now, here in the real world, that's not necessarily a very common feature of our landscape, of our planet. However, what is, and would most likely lead to Joltik living in cities, are the small, very dark, and electricity-filled plug-ins of electrical outlets. Now, it's very likely that Joltik's love of electricity-filled caves led to its habitation of electrical outlets inside houses, given the fact that they're also very dark and filled with electricity. As far as their effect on our world, I don't really see anything larger than, say, a termite infestation for Joltik, except for the fact that termites wouldn't drain your house's electricity or cause entire cities to black out in mass. But that's definitely something to keep in mind with Joltik. If these things invaded a city in mass, and when I say mass, I'm talking hundreds of thousands, possibly even millions of Joltiks running everywhere, they could essentially drain a city of its power supply and cause a almost permanent blackout for that city. So, apart from that one negative side of Joltik, I really don't think they would affect our lives any more than a standard termite infestation. Bug exterminators would probably be very prepared to handle a Joltik infestation, and I really don't think they'd bother us any more than that. But with that sort of situation, there are a lot of other factors, such as how quickly the Joltik breed. That's something that really needs to be considered when you're talking about an infestation. But moving right along from Joltik, let's jump into everything we know about its evolution and another one of my personal favorites, Galvantula. Galvantula, much like its pre-evolutionary state, Joltik, is a dual-type bug-electric Pokemon standing 2 feet 7 inches tall, or 0.8 meters tall, and weighing in at 31.5 pounds, or 14.3 kilograms. Galvantula are capable of producing thread tinged with electricity, which it uses to capture their prey, both immobilizing and electrocuting the target. They will create barriers of electrically charged thread when threatened, and have been known to hold prey with their front mandibles. Galvantula primarily make their homes in electrical caves and are gregarious. Multiple Galvantula may share a single habitat. Now on to Galvantula's Pokédex entries. Black version. When attacked, they create an electric barrier by spitting out many electrically charged threads. White version. They employ an electrically charged web to trap their prey. While it is immobilized by shock, they leisurely consume it. Black 2 and White 2 versions. It creates barriers from electrified silk that stuns foes. This works as a weapon as well as a defense. Now, while the information we have on Galvantula doesn't directly say it will attack humans, it's hostile towards humans, it doesn't say anything like that, we can infer from its size, as it stands 2 feet 7 inches tall, that yes, it would be very dangerous if it were to attack a human. We can't say with really any degree of accuracy how dangerous it would be to humans without knowing the actual wattage that goes into an electrified Galvantula bite, the electricity they put in their webs, their silk. We need to know that to determine how dangerous it would be to humans. Would it administer just a mild shock? Would it be akin to getting just straight out electrocuted, struck by a lightning bolt? We need to know this information in order to determine how dangerous Galvantula really is to humans. And the reason I bring up how dangerous it is to humans immediately is because I really don't see how this Pokemon could affect us otherwise. It stands to reason that Galvantula still has the electricity pouch it had when it was a Joltik to produce this electrified silk, this electrified webbing. So I don't really see it being any more of a change to our world or change to our lives than a Joltik. It's just the fact that it's quite a bit bigger. I really see no other changes about that. I don't see how it would affect our world any differently than Joltik would. Except for the fact that it's on a much larger scale and it could probably suck up electricity a lot faster, meaning you'd have less Galvantula needed for a citywide blackout like Joltik. But that's all I have to say on the duo. I would love to know what you guys have to say. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below with that. While you're down there, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. It really supports the show. And be sure to open up the description, check out everything else I do, my vlog channel. I'm going to get back into vlogging very soon. Hope you guys are ready for that. Go over there and give me topics to talk about, stuff like that. I might do another Pokemon challenge, you know. Go tell me what to do over there. You can also go to my Facebook and Tumblr pages, or again in the description. Or if you don't want to go there, you can just go to my website, jorgensworld.com. Once again, down in the description. I post a lot of updates there as to the status of PokeXplanations. And hey, if you guys want to ask me a question, Tumblr's the best route to do it. Just hit up the ask box. But if you don't want to open up the description, that's fine. Just wait till the end of this video. You can see my other 2 channels, my main channel, my vlog channel. Be sure to subscribe from there. Subscribe to those channels. You will love it. I guarantee you. But that's all I've got to say, guys. Be sure to support the show, and I'll catch you guys later.